let's talk a little bit about the game-based activities. I won't really create these for you, but what I want to show you is there's a number of game-based activities you can create, and the setup is very similar to what we did with the shout it out style. But here's the variety of games, and if you're not sure and you want to see a little preview, you can click any of the graduation caps in the top right, and it'll give you a preview of what that looks like. So fill in the blank allows you to edit a passage so that you can take out different words, and the students would pull those into those sections. And you could even decide with that, like if you're in your setup here, you can even decide how they get prompted about what's correct and what's not. So check answers when prompted instantly, or don't check. Don't check allows them to put words in spaces without it actually registering that anything's incorrect. So if you want to talk about it as a class more, you could do that. Instantly, it rejects it. Like it won't even accept it if it's in the incorrect spot. And then when prompted, gives you little like green check marks if it's correct, and a red X if it's not correct. So that's something to definitely play around with and try out. But again, this is what it looks like. You can see there you have flip out, which Jeremy actually brought up, but that's like kind of your flashcard style where you're reviewing things. You can add images to those too. I can't remember if yours had images in them, but that's something you could do.
I know the front of, or the one side of the card had an image on it.
Okay. You have a variety of quiz games, one being Game Show, which is actually kind of like your Jeopardy style game, and teams can compete against each other, which is cool. You have Monster Quiz, which is like your quizzes. It's kind of similar, but it looks like, let's see if I can find the actual picture here. They give you a setup. Let's see. This is what it looks like. So you can actually do a number of different types of questions and have teams compete. So that's one to check out. You have Speed Up, which is a car racing game. It stops periodically and asks questions, and then so they're racing at the same time. So it's about like getting the question right, but then also how quickly can you get it right. And then you have Team Quiz, which is another variation as well. So kind of similar.
I'll say, someone who hasn't really gone into that part of it, having that little preview video to show you what it looks like, I think is really helpful.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. The other ones here on the right hand side, you'll see label reveal, which I think is great because with that Bing search, you can actually search out an image and pull it directly in, and then you just take and you place little labels on the different areas. So this one is a great example because it's a cell and you can see the different parts, and it's a way for students to review something with that label reveal. You are limited to 10 items. You can label 10 things, but other than that, I think it's pretty great. You have match them up. Like things need to be paired together to get correct on those. This one they're doing animals and sounds. You have memory match, which seems more elementary themed to me, and I've heard that before from teachers. You have rank order, which this one's kind of cool because you can do either poll style where it might just be determined by the person. Like I've done this with candy, like where the teachers are ranking their favorite candy from top to bottom, right? But you could also do it. Another example is where there are correct answers. So I've done like Egyptian hierarchy before, right? Where there, Pharaoh's at the top and you have to get these in the right spot. So something to play around with there. Super sort, similar to the match one. You put them in the right categories, and then you have word search, which I've seen some teachers want to use it as like an enrichment activity or you're done with your stuff early, go ahead and do this activity type of thing. So big variety of games there that you can create and play around with.